Hey everybody, Mighty Man Handyman here, and it's a new year, so happy New Year's to everybody. And we are getting back on the ball for 2022. We're looking to get going, and we're getting ready for everything. We're slashing and dashing. We cut prices, and we got ourselves a mini couch for the office, as you can see. No, it's the dog's couch actually. Saving money, got a mini couch. No, it's the dog's couch. So
he's jealous because he doesn't have a chair in here.
I do not. I don't have a chair in the office. Isn't that awful? But I have to sit on the dog's couch.
It's a sad day.
Dog loves his couch, though. You'll see him curled up on it when we're here all the time. Anyway, so it's a new year, so we're going to talk about things when you're hiring a contractor, because so many times do I walk into a house and the people tell me...
We've talked about this before, but
talked about it before.
So many people keep getting railroaded.
Taken. Short stick. All sorts of things.
Yes.
So we just want to talk about what to look for in a good handyman / general contractor. I am technically a general contractor, a GC, licensed in the city of Grand Junction. And so let me tell you what that takes to be a licensed contractor in the GC in Grand Junction. So for a business license, you just walk in, tell them you're doing a business, they charge you a certain fee, it's done. For a general contractor, you have to take a test. It's administered by a statewide ran business. I don't even know what they're called, but you got a bunch of code books you got to look at, and I don't remember how many questions. It's a lot. They give you like 3 or 4 hours to do this test. Cost $100 bill. If you don't pass it, you gotta wait 2 weeks to go back and do it again.
Then you can pay another $100.
Then you pay $100 to get your license, actually, and then you pay $100 something every year after that to keep your license. So
yes,
yeah. So now, if you're in Mesa County, you don't necessarily need a license, but if you're getting something that requires a permit, you need a general contractor. So they ask that on the permit. So yeah, and you also need licensed electricians, licensed plumbers, which are taken by the state. So yeah, so that's just something to ask for if they're in the city limits of Grand Junction. If you're in Fruita, you get a business license. Looks a lot like that. That's actually last year's, I think, is expired.
Yeah, we already sent this year's in.
We sent in the payment for this year's. But that's last year's, as you can see. So I have one in Fruita, and wherever else I need, I don't remember now. But yeah, so let's see, what were we talking about? We were just talking about spending, and I forgot now. What to look for?
Yeah.
Referrals. Referrals are a big help. Pictures. Like for me, just go on Facebook. I got tons of pictures on Facebook. That helps. There's also people that have posted referrals on there. I also have a web page that has referrals on it. And
reviews.
What?
Reviews.
Reviews, yeah. Reviews, I guess you call them reviews, yeah. Yeah. And so that's a good start.
Make sure they have a license.
Yeah. You know what? Well, depending on where you're at, a license may not apply. But I would say if they're doing any work in the valley, they probably have a license in the city of Grand Junction.
Or they should.
So, yeah, ask them, do you work in the city of Grand Junction? Do you have a license there? Yes, here it is. Okay. Like I just asked my sheetrock guy, Caden, because I've never even thought about it until now. So, what do you got to do for a license? Because you're a sheetrocker. Do you have to have the general? Because that's all you do is sheetrock and paint. He's like, no, I just have a license. I went in and paid $35 for it. It's done deal. So, I would say most people like painters, sheetrockers, and some of the smaller guys that, well, I wouldn't say small guys, but that do specify certain things inside a house might just have a business license from the city. They'd also have one from Fruita and places like that. So, ask. Next thing, insurance. Insurance. I guess I should talk about the other thing that it takes to get a license as a general contractor in the city of Grand Junction.
Mm-hmm.
They do a credit check on me.
On everyone.
On everybody that applies
tries to get a license.
That applies for a general contractor's license. They do a credit check on you. And depending on your credit score, depends on how much you can work on.
Yeah, how much of a house you can work on, basically.
Yeah, how much liability.
It goes from I forget, what's the lowest? 10,000 or
maybe? I
forget. And
up to $1 million.
Yeah, it goes
something.
up to $1 million.
Yeah. We're somewhere in the higher end.
We're not saying.
I'm not saying that we're at the higher end, thank goodness. So that's one of the other things. I was like, you do a credit check when I first applied. This was
It was so weird.
It was 5 years ago. They've never done a credit check since then that I know of.
They might have. Who
They
knows?
might. I have no clue. But yeah, that's the other thing. So yeah, they want somebody that has reputable qualities, I guess they would say. You can't have any lawsuits pending or what's the word I'm looking for? Not lawsuit. After you get sued, awards against you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. What do they call that? I can't remember.
I
Awards
forget.
against you. That's close enough. That's close enough. Yeah. So yeah. You couldn't move from another state and had lawsuits all against you because you got sued out of the state. Basically,
Yeah.
They don't want you. Yeah.
And also, you're in people's homes, so I mean, it's good to have a credit check, just like you credit check renters to make sure they're not going to destroy your homes.
Yeah, so rest assured, your handyman has been credit checked, and I'm good according to the
Some
city.
handymen have been credit checked.
This one has,
Yeah.
and I'm good according to the city.
And that's a lot of, and check to make sure, like, look at their Facebook page. How long have they been around? Because if they just are coming into town and, they're a handyman all of a sudden, make sure that they're a reputable company with the license, with the insurance, with everything they need. Because you see we have seen so many.
Let me tell you what, I can sit in the Lowe's parking lot and look at the guys coming in today, and a year from now, it'll be a different group of guys. Like, I know all the guys that have been around forever, their trucks, I know their trucks. And then you'll see a different truck out in the parking lot and you go, who's that new guy? And I won't see him in 6 months. And you don't.
Yeah, and most of the time you don't. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not bashing other companies. Like, there are a lot of really good, reputable companies in town. But there are also a lot of bad ones.
There's a lot of handyman or general contractors that are just starting out that are good. I mean, I've been doing this since I was in my 20s, I thought I was really good back then.
We won't say how old you are now.
I really was. I was good back then. I've learned a lot more over my years. I'm even better than I think I used to be, A lot more knowledge and a lot more experience now. So.
But yeah, we've seen so many come and go. And they're not honoring warranties. They're not, they're not going to be there when you need to call them back. So make sure they're a reputable company.
Yeah.
So what things have you heard lately from customers about other contractors or other handymen? So that you can know what to ask.
Well, just some funny stories is, we can lay that snap lock flooring over your shag carpet.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot that one.
That happened.
When they say something that makes you go,
Well, yeah.
you should probably call somebody else.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is you think about snap lock flooring, just flip the box over and read it. It says it needs a good, solid surface.
Yeah.
I don't think shag carpet calls for that.
That was interesting.
That was a neat one. Yeah. What else have we heard? Well, knowledge is everything. Like I said, I've been doing this, for many, many, many years. I went to Votech for it, and we built a house, and just been doing stuff like that ever since.
And we've built houses since then.
Yeah. So.
And we do our own house.
Yeah.
We flip our own houses constantly.
Yeah. Not because we're in it for making money. We just get bored when we finish a house. We like to move. We're glutton for punishment, more likely.
But we do make quite a bit of money doing it.
Yeah, you do good.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it's nothing like you see on HGTV.
If you don't have a solid marriage, do not do it.
And don't do it if you're newlyweds. Been there, done that too, didn't we, honey?
We're lucky we're still married.
Yeah, we jumped right in and hit feet first. Almost hit first.
We won't tell you those stories.
Yeah. And we made it. We've made it a long time now. Surprisingly good. Have an okay marriage.
Yay for us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, what else? Let's see. So, you know what? If it sounds too good to be true,
it is.
It probably is.
And a lot of times, speaking of that, where it sounds too good to be true, the time frame. Tell them about that.
Yes. So I'm working on a customer's house right now. I gave him a bid. Told him I couldn't start until we started. Another guy came and said, "Oh, I can start tomorrow."
That's what they use all the time.
Oh my gosh. Let me just say, if you have a contractor walk in and go, "I can start tomorrow," say no thanks and politely show him to the door. Now, if he says, "Look, I had somebody that canceled on me next week, I can start then after I finish up these other jobs," that might be truthful. Because people sometimes do cancel every once in a blue moon. It happens. They can't wait that long, or like I'm booked months out. Somebody slips and falls and breaks their leg. They may not be able to do their project anymore because they're in the hospital. Who knows? So stuff happens. So sometimes you get cancellations. That's a great one. So that's okay. But if they're like, "I can start tomorrow," don't do it.
Please do not do it.
Usually what happens is they show up the next day, they put out materials, they make a mess, and you don't see them for 3 or 4 days.
At least.
Or they show up and work for like 2 or 3 hours and they go, "Why are you
Because
up this
you
other
know
job?"
what they do, right? They tell you they can work starting tomorrow, so they get the job. So basically, they start tomorrow, and then you don't see them for 2 weeks because they're finishing another job.
Well, that and they go to somebody else's house the next day and say, "Well, I can start tomorrow."
Exactly. And then they just throw the supplies at your door, and then you don't see them for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. Or they make you buy all the supplies and bring them home, too, or something like that. Now, let me just say, I do that on certain things. I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, it's easier for the customer to go pick out the tile they like. I give you the square footage and let you go buy it. If you need help bringing it home, I'll go pick it up and bring it to your door, to your job site. That way, you get exactly what you want. And I do that a lot with vanities.
But people like doing that.
Yeah, I do that with the vanities and light fixtures and faucets and tile. Sorry for a better word, the foo-foo stuff I call it. The pretty things like door handles, you know? The stuff that people want to personalize as theirs.
If you need help, we will come help you.
Yep.
But
I'll send my wife, she's better.
do not hire anybody that says they can start tomorrow. They can't start tomorrow.
Please don't do that.
Or they shouldn't be able to, let's say that.
Yeah. If anybody that's any good is at least a few weeks out.
Yes.
A couple weeks at
least. And don't pay more than half down. Do not ever give them the full amount.
Yeah, don't give them full amount, for sure. Bigger jobs will maybe require bigger deposits, so,
But it's for supplies.
It should be for supplies, because bigger jobs require more supplies. So,
yeah,
so I usually require half down.
So if it seems like a huge amount for that amount of supplies, then talk to them about it.
Yeah. We're doing a bathroom, it's a $10,000 job, and I need $8,000 down. What?
Yeah, that's not okay.
That's a little high on the high side. So,
yeah. But ask them what they need the money for, what they're doing with the money. Do they have a business account that the money goes into?
Well, you should be making the check out to their business.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of guys that are starting out that may not have a business account. You may be making,
but they should.
Yeah, they should. They should. It's a tax thing.
Because it's it's illegal, honestly, to like commingle and such.
Yeah, it technically is. So you want something that's reputable. They should have all that stuff put together when they're starting. Of course, when I first started, I didn't. But that's been many, many, many moons ago. So
that was in Missouri.
Yeah, and
like a long time ago.
Yeah. And I was a sole proprietor on my business then too. I had a totally different business structure. Yeah. Now I'm LLC and incorporated.
We don't know. Our tax guy takes care of it.
We're so incorporated now. We have a tax man because I don't have a clue what's going on.
By the way, our tax man is amazing.
Yeah, if you need a really, really good tax man for complicated taxes, he's the guy to
Kevin
call.
Pratt is his name, Pratt. He is freaking amazing with small business.
He is.
Seriously,
really smart.
You need him. If you have a small business, you need him. You can call us or message us, and we will give you his name and number. But seriously, even if he wasn't a friend of ours, which he is now, we would still recommend him because he is freaking amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what. We didn't use him at first because we are friends and stuff like that, and I don't want people really knowing business. But he's really good. He doesn't talk or anything like that. But we had our other tax person. I said, okay, I want a second opinion. I took it to him, and he looked at it and said, oh yeah, we can do this right here, and saved me a ton of money. Right
Everything's
off the bat.
totally legal.
Yep, he's legit.
But he is serious. He knows small business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have small business, please use him.
He's the man.
You will save so much money.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be so thankful to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We like brownies.
Yeah.
Not the marijuana kind.
No, we're in Colorado. You better specify
Exactly.
that. Not the
Just regular, boring brownies.
Just regular, plain old brownies. Yes.
Anyway, so we wanted to talk to you about that because that's a huge issue.
Oh my gosh.
Huge issue.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many times people call us back. And they're like, we just had somebody else call us back. And they're like, please come and rescue my project. And there's so many people that call us for that.
I should put on the back of my truck, Mighty Man Handyman, the rescue my handyman.
Right.
Handyman.
Right.
Call me when you've been sunk.
We rescue.
We rescue. It's true. It happens
Oh my gosh.
a lot. So, and I hate for that to happen to people.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want to knock any of the new guys out there that are just starting out that are good.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them that are really good.
And they don't know everything off
But there's also a lot of them that are really bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So do your due diligence.
Yeah. Check them out. You know, you can call down to the city, find out if they have a license.
You can look online and see if they have a license.
Somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Just look online, see if they have a license, ask them about their insurance.
Mm-hmm. They should be able to produce a copy of their insurance form.
Any day of the week, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then look on their websites, look on their Facebook pages, ask them for pictures.
I mean, if they don't have one, ask them for referrals.
Everybody should have at least a Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
Because seriously, they're free.
Even a personal Facebook page that they post pictures
yes.
on, you know what I mean? Because, we have a business page, obviously.
Yes.
We're big enough to have a business
Mighty Man
page.
Handyman, in case you care.
I think they're on it if they're watching this, honey.
That's true. I was thinking we were on Instagram.
Not where we're at.
Oh my gosh, I need to eat dinner.
It is. It's getting late. I'm hungry. So,
anyway.
That's all we want to talk to y'all about. So, going into the new year, if you got your projects, do your due diligence, get a good person, even if it's not me, and have a happy project that ends up being the way you want it and not your nightmare project for this year.
Yes.
So,
if you do want to use us, you can message us off Facebook. You can call us at 970-425-7318. Or you can email us at mightyman@mightymanhandyman.com.
That's a long one.
I know. That's why I'm like, the phone number's easier.
Yeah.
Or you can go on our website, which is mightymanhandyman.com, and it has all the info.
Yeah. Go there. But calling us is the best way to get a hold of us.
Yes.
The fastest way. Leave a message, and we will call you back.
Yes.
We love phone calls. So, everybody, have a great evening. Have a happy New Year's, and have a great project.
And we will be better on our Facebook page this year, we promise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last 2 years we've just been
COVID has just wiped us out, and we've had it twice, by the way.
Yeah. Our immunity should be good now.
Yes.
So, and we will be asking from now on if you've been sick.
If you are sick, we don't care if it's a cold.
Or anything like that, we will be rescheduling, just so everybody knows. Because we are done getting this.
Yes.
Or the flu, or anything else that resembles a sickness. Yes. I'm done.
I know, because it puts our customers out 2 weeks. Because we can't go anywhere.
Yeah. It gets me behind on jobs. I hate that.
Yeah.
Because right now, it's just me, myself, and I. I'm a great team.
But we had to work through the entire holidays. Because we had COVID 2 months ago.
Well.
A month and a half ago. I forget.
It was after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Was it?
So we had to stay home
It was Halloween.
for however long the quarantine is, 2 weeks or whatever. We had to stay home because we weren't feeling good too. That's not long enough. But anyway.
Well, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not asymptomatic.
No, we were not. So anyway.
Everybody, Have a great New Year. Bye.
See you later.